Basketball fans, welcome back. So the Los Angeles Lakers will have a very tough offseason, and the deadline for LeBron James to opt into his $52.6 million player option is coming in fast, end of this month, 29th of June to be specific. And there's a report that came out about a week or 2 weeks ago saying that LeBron James is expected to opt in into his $52.6 million player option with the Los Angeles Lakers. So I must say this is going to set the Lakers back, especially when it comes down to building around Luka Doncic. And before even he decides to do the most horrendous and egregious decision of opting into this 52.6 million, I must say LeBron James has earned every single dollar of his contract. But I must say, when it comes down to building around Luka Doncic, and he accepts this, the Lakers will have to run it back because they will only sign vet minimum deals in the offseason. And they still won't be able to sign the likes of Austin Reeves because in the next off season, a similar time like this next year, he'll be a free agent, and I don't think the Lakers will be able to have any leverage in signing this guy. So yeah, so LeBron James is expected to opt in to his $52.6 million deal, the final year of his deal, and it's gonna hurt the Lakers. So I mean, this came out from Shams Karania, especially. He's been one of those insiders that know so much about the NBA. He's been there for years. Previously, it was Woj, but Woj retired and Shams took the reins. I feel like no one has been able to go ahead and challenge Shams as one of the best insiders. So he's just been having a field day, and he's only the lone guy who's the number one senior insider in ESPN. So yeah, so Shams Karania said LeBron James is likely to pick up the final year of his deal, though the official deadline for that decision is June 29th. So he came out and said this. So I'm told he's likely to opt in. He's got a massive player option. That's the plan, but there are going to be some hard conversations between him and the Lakers. Whether he plays one more season or a few more seasons, he wants to be in a competitive environment. So this $52.6 million player option will take a significant portion of the cap space. And if he wanted to, he could take a pay cut. He will just opt out of this deal and sign a new deal that is more team friendly. I know the guy, he has accomplished a lot, but this might be that time where he puts the Lakers in front of his own self. So I know this is a lot of money, but LeBron James makes about 85 million a year, even regardless of whether he takes a pay cut. So the magnitude of the player option alone is a strong incentive. 52.6 million could be the largest single season payout for LeBron James' career at the time that he is right now, because the man is pushing 40, he's headed to 41, and he's not going to be able to get that type of payday. And the man is on his last legs as a basketball player in the NBA. So, however, for LeBron James, who has always balanced personal ambitions with legacy different choices, the financial component is only part of the picture. So, his desire to remain in a championship contending team will weigh heavily in this decision. So, as the Lakers' early postseason exit came at the hands of the Minnesota Timberwolves, there were questions about LeBron James and his future, and also understanding the fact that the Lakers need to go ahead and try to retool around Luka Doncic, and things are looking crazy. Bronny James is still in the mix, and if he's able to go ahead and have Bryce James in there, it's going to be a storybook ending. And Bryce James, who is heading to Arizona, he's likely to declare for the 2026 NBA draft. So I know LeBron James is a very good father. He wants to go ahead and play with his other son. We have seen what happened with the Lakers with the 55th overall pick. They're able to, the Lakers able to use that draft pick to sign Bronny James and and make sure that LeBron James fulfills his one of his most desired things in his life, apart from winning a championship, and he did that. So I mean, this is a tough decision. So at year 40, LeBron James, he's not on the decline at all because statistically he's averaging superstar numbers. I mean, 24.4 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 8.2 assists per game on 51.3% shooting. I mean, his performance is still great, even as his production in his age, because you've seen young guys even in the league not be able to have this type of output. I know LeBron, there's a lot of responsibility on his shoulders to be able to go ahead and be that guy who can be able to lead that team to wins. But you can even see young guys in the league who are producing dud games. But you can look at LeBron James; he's still productive even at age 40. So it begs the question of the type of productivity you have in the league. But even in his 21st All Star appearance, in his All Star selection, you can see he he made history as the oldest player in the league to receive the most All Star selections at that time. So his performance, through the regular season, it was great. 50 wins for the Lakers, third best in the West. Unfortunately, he got upset in the first round by the Minnesota Timberwolves. Not a good look at all, especially with Luka Doncic there. There was a lot of expectations for the Los Angeles Lakers, but it didn't happen. So if LeBron James is going to spend another season with the Lakers will have a lot of work to do. And Rob Pelinka has already made it clear that they want to add center in the mix because of that trade. They traded away Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic, leaving a hole in the front court, and they have not been able to uh, fill that hole in the front court, and it has bit them in the ass, especially when it came to the postseason. They were getting cooked by Rudy Gobert. They didn't have size in there, and they didn't even have depth in the front court at all. So the failed trade for Mark Williams from the Charlotte Hornets at the deadline, I mean, that was a very huge blow for the Lakers, and the Lakers are expected to pursue other front court options such as Jared Allen, Nick Claxton, or Daniel Gafford. So upgrading wing depth and perimeter shooting are also on the checklist as well. So the Lakers are looking towards going ahead and signing a couple of players. And LeBron's reported decision to opt in provides the Lakers with clarity and flexibility, whether it's the beginning of the farewell tour or the stepping stone to a longer extension. It marks another chapter of an extraordinary career that's showing no signs of going down or even slowing down. So, I mean, the LeBron James, you looking at even that huge player option that he has, if he's really thinking about leaving a legacy, he should just opt out of that and take at least a huge pay cut. And this one, he needs to take he needs to take like 20 million a year if he opts out, because they can use that 30 million to sign role players, sign people who can be able to help Luka Doncic. Even if they push for a trade, the Lakers don't even have a lot to give in the trade market, and especially with contract extensions looming and players not being able to be certain they're going to get like their money's worth, and trying to go under the luxury tax, that is the main priority. And who knows, maybe this might be the start of like LeBron James farewell tour. If he accepts and he opts into this 52.6 million, he should announce his farewell tour, because man, okay, I love LeBron James, but honestly his time has come. He needs to go. And I know the league, the NBA needs LeBron James for ratings, but you can't rely on LeBron James at 40 to be that guy who's going to make sure that you break even, especially on the ratings. When the other guys have not been able to create their own stories, it's not LeBron James' fault that he has to be pushing, 40 and still playing at an elite level. Because every single time LeBron James is on the NBA roster right now, they're like, maybe the Lakers can be able to eke out another championship. Maybe the Lakers can go ahead and win. So there's always that expectation that LeBron James can do it, even at age 40. I mean, we're seeing players who are 22, 23, 24, not even have pressure to perform and even go ahead and make history and win championships, but you're still banking on a 40-year-old LeBron James to go ahead and win games for you. So that's something I really don't get. I mean, the NBA PR market, the face of the league conversation, leaves a lot to be desired, because even the people the NBA try to push, the likes of Anthony Edwards, off-court issues. I mean, Ja Morant was supposed to be that guy, but the off-court issues set him back. I mean, all the guys. I mean, Zion Williamson was supposed to be that guy who's gonna be the next LeBron James. I mean, he develops future in the league, but look at what he's been 6 years in the league. Nothing. I mean, there's nothing to show for it. Jokic and Giannis will never be looked at the face of the league simply because they're not American. Luka Doncic is the best player right now. He's not even looked at as the face of the league because he's not American. So there's that there's that whole mentality that a lot of NBA analysts, even the people in NBA mainstream media, they come out and say, you have to be an American so that it can put you in the face of the league conversation, because the reason as to why it fits LeBron James nicely because LeBron James is an American. But if you try to say Giannis is the face of the league, they will quickly point out his flaws, his failures. He can't shoot. Although the man has won a championship, they'll say that, and 2 MVPs and a Defensive Player of the Year. They'll go ahead and say he's not the face of the league. If you put Jokic in there, they'll say the man is not athletic, he's too big, he's not a person who can fit the mold as that. He's not even, I mean, there's always an argument that if you put Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, he's Canadian, he won the MVP, the guy he's up there, they'll still not put him there. If you put Luka Doncic, even with Luka Doncic's accomplishments, he's not going to be given that respect. So, I mean, the NBA need to find a way to make sure that they are consistent with the face of the league argument, because there's so many players, especially who are not even from North America, that can fit that mold. But it's just that they just refuse not to, and they choose not to. You never see Jokic being pushed. You'll never see Giannis being pushed. You never see Luka Doncic being pushed as the face of the league. So that's the problem. And now they're relying on a 40-year-old LeBron James. They always every single year, every single time you'll see in the free agency, especially this free agency, when the Lakers make some moves and add some players who have taken huge, massive pay cuts, they'll go ahead and say, the Lakers might go ahead and win this year. They finish the third seed, they can go all in. They just do that fake hype. Then when the smoke clears the room and the dust settles, you will see them, do a U-turn and say, the Lakers are not good enough, especially when they start losing games. That's the same trend we have come across and I've seen happen every single season. So yeah, hopefully, LeBron James takes another deal. Doesn't opt into this, because if he opts into this, massive deal, especially this contract that is at the 50 million range, there's a high likelihood that the Lakers will be up their luxury tax. They'll not be able to have mid-level exceptions. They'll not be able to sign quality role players with that, with that cap space, because they're deep in the luxury tax, and they might be even in the second apron if they carry on like this. So, it's a tough one, and luckily the Lakers are in a big market, so they can be able to figure it out. I know the Genie Bass and the whole Lakers front office will be able to figure out how they can fit LeBron James, even with his massive salary. There's something that you can't do. Opting out of that, huge contract is, honestly, if you ask me, it's a no-brainer. But for the sake of the team, hopefully LeBron James is able to put the team in front. Because if he doesn't, man, we're just going to have another year that is, maybe you can finish top 3 or top 4 in the West, but still struggle in the first round because of poor depth. And yeah, it is what it is. So do drop me your comments down in the comment section down below what you think about this. Hopefully the Lakers can be able to, figure out a way to convince LeBron James to take a new deal and not opt into that 52.6 million. Because if he does that, they'll be up over the second apron, and they'll not be able to even sign even players in the next offseason, especially with Austin Reeves. He's looking towards getting paid. And the other free agents that they won't be able to have stability on their roster, and their roster will keep changing every single year. So this is what it is. So like, share, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, get notified, and I'll be releasing a lot of content of this nature. And I'm out. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace out.